What is going on, everyone? I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions based on how I ended the last video. If you guys missed out, basically we did a 2-day engine swap on the R34 sedan. We put an RB26, RB25 that we built at Tommy FES shop. Got it tuned at Jimmy Oaks. But unfortunately, it blew up on the drive home. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering why it blew up. And long story short, basically I didn't have enough sensors on the engine for it to run properly. The O2 wasn't hooked up to the ECU. There's no IAT on a map car. That's a big red flag. Now, I have a lot of side projects going on in this video, and I'm going to answer a lot of your questions too, like where's the R34, where's Maddox? We also got more letters in the mail while we were gone. Lots to fill you guys in on. But I figured this could be a good opportunity to make a graphic out of this, because I have heard so many people go through something like this. I personally have never blown up an engine, and for it to be next day is kind of crazy. So I had this graphic made by a good friend of mine, and it is built yesterday, blown today. It's got the R34, you know, up in flames. This is going to be the back graphic, and this is going to be the front. This graphic will be available in 2 different finishes. This is the red and black version, limited drop, and then also we'll have it in black. Now, I always wear a large shirt, and they typically tend to shrink just a little bit in the wash. The black ones do stay true to size, for anyone that's curious. Now, I have been so excited to share this with you guys, because for the first time ever, I'm also going to have skateboards available. Just the deck for now. For the first drop, there's going to be 3 different graphics available. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, oh wow, another overpriced wall art piece. No. These are real decks. I skate, for those of you who don't know. I've always skated my entire life. And I went and found out the exact company that makes the boards that I like to ride, which are Blind and Enjoy, and I placed an order with them. Now, the S13 and the Priza deck are the same, meaning that they're made by the same company. The 300ZX, this one is special. Check this out. The top layer on this one is actually carbon. Pretty sick. A few years ago, I did prototype testing for a skateboard company in the area, and they went with this deck company, and when I rode it, it was one of my favorites ever. So I reached out to that supplier and also got decks from there. So just for reference, Z is the carbon top, and then these 2 graphics are going to be the traditional skate style. As for deck sizing, the carbon fiber 300ZX is going to be available in only 8.0 and 8.25. As for the chrome Priza deck, this one's going to be available in 8.25 and 8.5. And lastly, the S13 will be available in basically every size: 8.0, 8.1, 8.25, 8.3, and 8.5. Now, these sizes don't really matter much to you if you're just going to hang it on your wall. So the smaller size will be cheaper to ship. So just keep that in mind. You can tell it's good too, because it's got the colored layers in between. Just good stuff. Absolutely love it. We do still have stickers available on the site, and for the first time ever, again, we have some pins. Shout out to the homie Braden who helped me make these down in Florida. These are pretty cool. He even made the background. It's like, you know, at the picture spot. So sick. And we have jet tags and keychains as well. These are actually my personal keys. You already know, certified work truck goes on the Integra. And I just want to say thank you to anyone who picks up something on the channel. You guys are the only reason this channel is possible. You're the only reason RB swap happened. You're the only reason I'm able to go back and save the car. And even if you can't pick up something now, I'm still grateful you came by to check out the video. I'm also out here editing, trying to catch up. Still pretty far behind, but we're getting there. We're catching up. I've been pumping them out. But let's jump into today's video. During the week I've been back, we attended Tuner Galleria, about the Gloria and the Z. I've also been looking at houses to buy or even rent at this point. As for a few other questions you might be wondering, where is the R34? Where is Maddox? My relationship status? House status? I got another letter in the mail. That's right. While I was away on the trip, I got another complaint from the village. So, figured we can troll them a little bit this time. I'll go into that a little bit later too. Right off the bat, let's start with the house situation. So this is my childhood house. I grew up here. Now, I haven't lived at this house particularly during those 29 years. I've had my own apartment a couple times, went to college, moved out, lived with girlfriends, whatever. So I've been bouncing around, but I'm back here for now, but not for long. While I was on the road trip, and I'll go into the exact timing of this later, my mom called me and said that the house is going on the market. I need to get back so that she can, you know, have the pictures taken, because people wanted to start looking at it, put it on the market, whatever. So I got back, we put a car cover on the Integra because as some of you guys may know, the transmission blew up right before I left for the trip. It's either the transmission or the clutch, we don't know yet. Still have to diag it. And I have a transmission getting built on the side right now. Still waiting for the bearings to come in. And I'm also so far behind on editing that this house might be sold by the time this video is out, which is kind of crazy to say. Either way, we got the pictures taken for the house 2 days ago. The house went on the market today. There's already a few people wanting to look at the house tomorrow and the next few days. So I have a feeling this place is gonna go pretty quick. Now you're probably wondering, oh, what do you have lined up? Well, I tried to look at some places, but they just kept falling through. The first place was ratty. It had bugs in every single room. There's black mold behind the doors. There was a cool shop on the property, lots of concrete, but the shop wasn't included and we couldn't talk to the seller, so that one ended up not working out. There was another one that was on the market for just a couple days. We were supposed to look at it tomorrow. We booked right away for a viewing. I already have my pre-approval for the loan and all that kind of stuff, and it's already contingent. We're still on the house hunt. Hopefully we can find something. That place was crazy though. The garage, or the shop I guess I should say, was bigger than the house. It was heated, insulated, had a little loft. It was too good to be true. So the R34 did not quite make it back. Something went wrong on the drive home. It was not running right, so we ended up getting it towed back. But before we got it towed back, we broke down somewhere in Pennsylvania. I think it was like Du Bois, Pennsylvania. And during that time that we were stranded at this AutoZone, Maddox got a phone call or maybe a text from his boss saying like, come pick up your toolbox. He had gotten 2 weeks off of work and it was pushing like 3.5, so they let him go. And since they let him go, I hired him right then and there, sending him back with the R34 back to Tommy's shop. So it's already torn all the way back down to a bare block. We're gonna rebuild it a little bigger this time because, you know, when you blow it up, just go bigger. I guess that makes sense. We'll see. I still gotta drive out there. I think in 2 days. Life's been pretty crazy, dude. I'm trying to keep up on stuff, but we're making do with what we got. There's a lot of stuff on the table here. So at the same time, while the car was broken down, we're stranded at this AutoZone. My mom calls. That's when she calls and says, "You got to get back here and get to the house so that we can get pictures taken. You gotta move this car." I'm like, oh, the trans is blown, blah blah blah. So that was at the same time. I was like, the world is just crashing down on me. I was like coming off of this high from the trip, like, oh, what a great experience. We got a built engine, hung out with the boys, driving back, blows up, Maddox gets fired, house situation. It's like, damn. That's all right though. We're rolling with the shots and we're gonna make all of this work. So I always like to think that with every, I guess, bad thing that happens, like, you got to look at it as an opportunity. I was debating shipping it back, the R34 back to Illinois so I can mess with it here and rebuild it here, but Tommy said if I ship it back there, if I just wait a couple days or, like, you know, take my time to build it correctly, that weekend is going to be the LZ Invitational and that he would get me in. So I guess it kind of worked out. I know that the Invitational probably already happened by the time I post this video, but I'll try and include it in a video that's going to come out in time, if that makes sense. So either way, that's Maddox has been staying at Tommy's shop and the R34 is at Tommy's shop, down to the bare block all over again. We're not blaming anyone for this engine failure or whatever happened. Tommy didn't scam me. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to say that. He's actually a really cool dude when you get to know him. Can't lie. I had my skepticism, is that a word? Because, you know, you see things on the internet, but then when you meet people in real life, you're like, oh no, he's not so bad. He's got thick skin, you know. There's a special way you work with people like that. Well, not a lot of people have thick skin, so it's not, you know, that's probably why they get offended. I don't know, and I don't know everything that happened behind the scenes. All I know is that he treated me right, treated my boys right. Speaking of Tommy F, yeah, I actually need to call him right now and make sure that all the parts are ordered. So let's give him a call.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is...
We'll call Maddox.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Yo. Okay, real quick. Did Tommy actually order that manifold yet?
I got no idea, man.
How you been? How you holding up?
I've been good. I got sick for a little bit.
Yeah, you were strict. Didn't he quarantine you in the upstairs?
Oh, I got quarantined, all right. It was my first day out. I feel like a new man.
Your first day leaving the shop?
Oh my God.
How many days were you trapped in there?
I think like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 days trapped in Tommy Fia's shop. That could be a YouTube video title in itself.
Yeah. How you been? How's Illinois?
Oh, it's just great, you know.
Yeah, Illinois is the best.
It's the best. How's things? How's the car?
Car's good. Well, yeah, the motor's out of it. And I think Mike's going to do a little upgrading. A couple things he wants to change, which I agree with. But he needs to come back out to Connecticut. Because that's my dog. Where he at?
I'm working on it, dude. All right, brother. It was good catching up with you.
Yep.
Yeah, let me know what Tommy says. He didn't answer his phone when I called.
Yeah, they're dynoing the 400R right now.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Peace, brother.
Later.
The Z, you guys haven't seen this car in a while. And unfortunately, we had a mishap last night. I took this wonderful lady out on a date. And, you know, usually I'm pretty careful with driving in and out of driveways and, you know, pulling out on the street. This bumper sits really low to the ground, so I have to go out like perfectly straight. I can't dip at all. Well, it dipped a little bit. It dipped, and then when it dipped, it must have busted off all the tabs holding the bumper on, and then it went face first, dragged on the ground. So it's a little cooked, to say the least. It just shaved the front of it. I reached out to Mr. Andrew, but unfortunately he's going through some stuff right now, so good energy and thoughts going Andrew's way. I hope all of his stuff gets situated and worked out in his favor. Someone did him bogus recently, to say the least, so yeah, fun stuff. I might still put it on, even with it ratty, because it looks better than no bumper. A lot of you guys haven't found out or realized that I'm no longer with Fran. I did post on my story and in a YouTube video also how we split. We've been split for a couple months now, officially, I guess, but we've been on and off for a few years. I don't know, we just kind of grew apart. We went our separate ways. It's just simple as that. I got no hard feelings towards her. Nothing weird happened at the end. I don't like seeing rumors going around. It's kind of annoying and honestly pretty childish. I just try and keep it real with you guys. It's weird to be talking about my relationship status publicly, but so be it, right? So be it. I gotta clear the air somehow. You guys have been following along with the trip videos. This is a pair of fenders for an R34 that Jeff shipped up. Jeff is the guy with the roofless Corolla. If you missed that video, someone gave me these fenders at the Clearwater car meet in Florida. And Jeff was like, oh, I'll drive them up for you. You can't fit them in your car, I got you. So he got them up here, no dents. So we got full payment for these. We were giving them crap. We're like, any dent, it's $100 off.
One dent, every dent, $100. How about that? Gone.
I miss those guys already. They're a fun group. As for who I'm dating, you'll find out. She's great. Great's an understatement. All right, so what do we got here? Accumulation of rubbish or garbage, car parts in driveway inside of house. Correct immediately. All right. I mean, if you consider the car rubbish or garbage, I understand. Next list, abandoned vehicle. That's good. Vehicle is unlicensed, has an expired state motor vehicle license. Wow, isn't that the same? Okay, whatever. Is wrecked. That's good. That's good. Dismantled or is in an inoperative condition for a period in excess of 5 days. You're telling me you can't park your car for 5 days without it moving? 5 days? For everyone that's going to be like, oh, you shouldn't live in an HOA. This is not an HOA. It's not an HOA. This is straight up from the village of Bolingbrook. This is the town that I live in. From the police. They want my signatures on tickets. 2 vehicles, that's my license plate, have expired plates. Correct immediately. You can't even see that plate. The car's backed in, all right? Sedan here, all right? Okay, there's the plate. T. That's not expired. That's temporary tag. So let me explain what the T means, because even if you're from Illinois, that doesn't make sense. Every year, you gotta buy a sticker. It's $150 or more. It has a little, oh, here's a perfect example. It'll tell you when it expires. So this one's expired, right? This is not the car that was on the driveway, though. This was on the overflow lot, which that's a whole nother topic we'll get into. We got issues there too. So if you can't pass emissions, you can buy a temporary sticker, because you have to pass emissions every couple years or so if the car is newer than 96. This car is a 98. Technically, it's an antique, but to get antique plates like this, you have to pass emissions first to get it. Only if the car was registered as a stock plate. So unfortunately, I registered this as a stock plate because it wasn't 25 years yet when I registered it. I know this is kind of like a crazy explanation, but this is the only way it'll make sense. And if you're from Illinois, I hope you can use this information to abuse or use this loophole to avoid emissions. And also it's cheaper. So it seems that they just really don't like me here. I wanted to film her this morning. She drove by this morning. I had already received the letter, but she was coming by to write the tickets. And I was like, oh, good thing I caught you. And I was like, well, I gotta leave right now for an appointment and whatever. So she's like, you have to take off the tarp, that's a car cover, from the car. They don't allow car covers in the neighborhood. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll take it off. But like, if it's rubbish or garbage, you'd rather have that showing on this abandoned vehicle? Now I will say it has been sitting here for probably a month now, but so has that car. Down the street, their cars. They were getting me for no front plate in the driveway also, but whatever. You know what, let's just call her and see what she's up to. Maybe I'll ask her if she wants a donut, but not directly. We gotta like work up to that. You don't want to be blunt. You gotta ease into it. We'll see.
Sorry. Bolingbrook Code Enforcement is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello. Now, just to be clear, I'm not mentioning all these problems in my life to complain. I'm not complaining. These are just things that happen in life. So, you gotta get used to it. And you gotta just roll with the shots and just make a plan. There's no sense sitting here crying about a bumper, crying about my house getting sold, crying about my R34 getting blown up, crying about whatever. There's no time for crying. All right, we gotta grind. We gotta get stuff done. And yeah, I am sad about this though, but it's not gonna affect my mood. You know, it's like, all right, it happened. Whatever. Let's roll with it. It did break off one of these tabs in the fender too. That kind of stinks. A little bit of paint damage, but you know what? Luckily, you can repaint cars. It's not like permanent damage, you know? All right, we got Prism Mom here.
Hey!
Nice shirt.
Like it?
Okay.
Represent.
How do you feel about the house getting sold? Or about to be sold?
Oh, it's tough. It's bittersweet. This has been a good place.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good. A lot of good memories.
Definitely. We had a good run here.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It's been wonderful.
Sorry about all the driveway stains.
Yeah, well.
That's the next owner's problem, isn't it?
It's not my problem anymore.
What do you think about the car cover situation?
Well, nice. Car cover?
Yeah. But the village didn't like it.
No.
Should I take it off or leave it on?
I don't know. Right now it looks better like this. It looks real cozy.
Right?
Yeah. I think it looks better like that. I don't know why the village is giving you a problem.
Yeah, they're always giving me a problem.
Be nice. Be nice.
What's up, boss?
That's far too many rings.
Far too many rings.
I rang like 43 times.
I didn't miss a call, though. What up?
Yo, so any like turbo gas stuff I can't get because I don't know what you're doing. Just like that, just order and have shipped here.
Okay.
I'm scared on getting the intake manifold. I'll tell you why. The reason I'm scared is because, well, I guess I have 33 throttle bodies. You need a different throttle body. Yours got that traction control thing, and it's 45 inches long.
I know a Series 1 or 2 throttle body works.
Yeah, dude. I have a Series 1.
They also sell an adapter for that manifold. I have it on my RV. Do you know if you could order that?
Yeah, I can. I just need to get the part number, and it needs to be in stock.
Yeah, so, okay, I'm looking at mine right now. It's got the...
It says it's out of stock.
Oh, good.
That adapter.
Should I just bring mine?
You can do that. What car is that in?
My S13, the T-Bone car.
Do you drive it still?
I haven't in a couple months.
So why don't you just take the... Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, take the adapter, I guess.
Right.
I just don't want you to get f***ed and, like, get deeper and not be able to get out, and you're coming so late that you don't give yourself a lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we work pretty fast there.
But I just kind of want to, like, get the engine... I mean, the engine's together, but none of the shit's on. So today, when all the stops in the shop, Maddox can start working on that.
For sure.
All right, we'll figure it out.
All right, appreciate it, man.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, I guess we're stealing parts off the S13. I know this video is a little different. I'm just filming the exact process of getting through this struggle. But the Z, I think, looks a little better with the bumper back on it. Still pretty unfortunate. But again, we're not crying. We're not crying. We're just, you know, we're just a little sad. It's okay to be sad, but not for long. Allow time to be sad, and then get over it and move past it. Oops. One-handed things. Okay, when you close carbon hoods, Andrew told me this, don't just hit it in the center because that flexes the whole thing. That's probably how this crease started. I got the hood with that crease. So he said to like full arm it. Like a chiropractor. Sheesh. This car is so hot. I think I actually have that OEM gasket I was looking for. This is all S13 stuff. I took off my, or not took off. Some of it's take off, some of it's extra. This is actually the box for that throttle body adapter. And I remember putting some unused gaskets in here. No way I just had that chilling. This just so happens to be the exact gasket that we need. So definitely don't want to forget this. Put this on the workbench. Alright, now we're going to take off the throttle body. I might bring the throttle body just in case. Never hurts, right? Oh, I hate taking parts off of this car. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Alright, so I got the throttle body off. So it's just 2 Allen keys on top. You can see the bottom 2 bolts actually go through the adapter into the manifold, but the top 2 are just for the manifold. Pretty interesting setup. Okay, hardware is out, but this is stuck on there. I got a bolt started in the bottom, rubber mallet. Just like that. I put the bolt there so it doesn't fly off after it breaks free. Good seal. Alright, next stop for this piece is Connecticut. Let's take you to the overflow parking lot so I can show you where the other cars are parked. Not all of them though, only 2 are over there. Which, unfortunately, the neighbor that is storing them told me that they gotta move pretty soon. So, we gotta figure that out as well. Alright, so there's the overflow lot. Some of you may recognize that garage. Now, we do have something very exciting planned. Another house tour. The property on the listing, it's different, to say the least. It's not your traditional home. I don't know how I feel about it. We're gonna go look at it. It's fun branching away from just cars sometimes, because this is fun. Like, looking for a house, a place to live, a shop. I don't know, I just want to take you guys with me, you know what I mean? Let's get some food though. Maybe tacos? I don't know, what you feeling, what you feeling? Also, this is like pretty useless information, but this speed bump is only here because of my brother and I speeding when we were like younger. 10 years ago they put this in here. So Yeah, sorry. It's a very short street too. Something else I realized is I'm gonna have to find a new spot. My picture spot is gonna be pretty far away. Alright, welcome to the first serious house tour. This house wasn't too far away from the OG house, and yeah, check out the garage. The garage was definitely the main attraction here. Kind of weird that the washer and dryer was in the garage. This dude definitely had a cool collection. It's probably the most interesting thing about this place. It was all concrete, not a single speck of grass. Definitely a lot of room for activities, decent amount of privacy. Kind of strange that there was siding on the interior of the house extension. I don't know. It doesn't look like a place I'd live. Interesting wall art. Obviously, we'd change that. This is supposed to be the living quarters. Looks like an office. Definitely not a house. I don't know. What do you think? I know that unit doesn't look like the traditional house style. It's definitely not a place you'd want to have your family over for Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. But it does look ideal for what I want to do. So we might move forward on that one. We'll see. It is pretty strange that I don't really have a house right now, because with all these viewings and showings at my actual house, I cannot be there. So I'm actually just editing in the car right here. I just stopped at Best Buy because we filled up yet another hard drive. Can you believe that? I'm still like 2,000 clips behind, just for reference, so you guys see where I'm at. This is the video where the brakes locked up. I guess not locked up, but they got sticky on the road trip. So this is before Jacksonville. And that was, I think, over 2 weeks ago, which is kind of crazy. Today is March 14th. It's very hard to keep up. I'm realizing I probably need an editor, but I'm very particular with my editing style because I want my videos to look and feel a certain way. I want them to flow nicely. Maybe I'll train Maddox on that, but we have so much to accomplish before I can start training. We'll see. This is a very interesting position in my life, and I think it's cool that I can film this and look back on it someday and be like, man, remember when we were editing in the Best Buy parking lot because we didn't have a place to go? I mean, I guess I can go to a coffee shop, but I don't know. I like sitting in the car. I like my cars, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Got the tops off. It's a nice little breeze out here. This one's rendering right now. About to upload it. Interesting. Oh, it's done. Is this like YouTubeception? Yeah, see? What is going on, guys?
Fire it up.
Alright.